So what is up, guys? It's your boy Salza bringing you a deck profile of my Lunalights for the November 2017 format. Before I get started, I'm going to be leaving a download link from Dueling Book in the description below, and I'll be leaving a list of all the cards in the comment section. So if you need the deck list, it will be there. Just look for it. So let's get into the deck profile. I played 3 Ash and 3 Ogres. It's the most hand traps you can play without kind of ruining the Lunalight deck itself. So you could take out Gofu for like another hand trap, another 3 hand traps, making it 9 hand traps. But I don't feel like Draw or any of the other hand traps are really necessary. I think if you really want to, you can main deck Draw and Lockbird for the Gofus, but besides that, I play the 3 hand traps, the 3 Ash and the 3 Ogre. Next up, we play 3 Gofu. Gofu is basically to get your link pointers so you can special summon 2 fusion monsters from your extra deck, or basically get that extra damage off with Decode Talker. So that is why I play 3 Gofu, and it's a dark, so if you do play a lore, you can play it. I just don't play it. I don't feel like a lore is necessary in this deck, and I'll get into that in a little bit when I get to the spells. Next up, we play 3 Black Sheep. Black Sheep is basically the best card in the deck. Being able to get to that poly, add back your fusion materials, your monsters that you used as fusion materials, which is actually really good. And being a level 2, you can summon it back with White Rabbit and make rank 2 plays. And being able to discard it to add back a Lunalight from the graveyard, you don't have to always add a poly with its effect. But like all the effects are really, really good, and that's why it's like one of the best cards in the deck. Next up, we play 2 Blue Cat. 2 Blue Cat is the ratio that I find most effective. Basically being able to double your Leader Dancer's attack, and now that you can't really summon 2 Leader Dancers effectively or consistently, you kind of have to double the attack with Blue Cat and to get off your OTK and stuff like that. So that's why I play 2 Blue Cat. Next up, I play 3 Kaleido Chick. Kaleido Chick is it basically does everything for the deck that Black Sheep doesn't do. Kaleido Chick adds back poly. It sends a Lunalight card from your deck to the graveyard, either your extra deck or your main deck. And when it's banished, it basically says fuck you to all the battle phase effects like Honest and Storming Mirror Force. So it solves that problem. So that's why I played 3. We played 3 Tigers because we're always sending stuff to the grave, either with Black Sheep's effect or Kaleido Chick's effect. You're always going to have a Lunalight in the graveyard. So you want to get back Revival, revive back your Black Sheep to use as fusion material, revive back like Blue Cat to make rank 4 plays, revive back any Lunalight you really need in that situation. So that's why I played 3 Tiger. Next up, we play 1 White Rabbit. Basically, it's been replaced by Kaleido Chick, but it's still a really good card because when you're going against decks like True Dracos and like Invoked, where they have like a whole bunch of back row and you kind of want to bait it out, you use White Rabbit to pretty much bait it out, or get rid of things like Imperial Order or Domain that you can't really out with anything else. And you could play like MST, Cosmic Cyclone, but like this is a searchable back row removal or back row hate card. Next up, we play 2 Wolves. 2 Wolves is the decent ratio. I don't like 3, it's too much, and 1 is too less, especially when Desires is banishing 10 cards off the top of your deck. I don't feel like you should be playing 3 or 1. So that's why I play 2. Maxi is basically broken, that's why you play it. So for the spells, you play 1 Dark Hole and 1 Raigeki. It gets rid of things like Crystal Wing if it's not like protected by Snowbell. It gets rid of Markaba, baits out the Markaba. And it gets rid of the Spiral Field if they don't have Tri-Gate Wizard, which you're probably going to have all the time. But you're kind of baiting out the Tri-Gate Wizard, so they don't negate like Poly or other things that you need. So that's really good for that. I played 3 Tenkies next. That's pretty standard. It searches all of the Lunalights. So that's why you play 3 of it. Even if it's once per turn, you still want to play 3 of that card. Next up, we play Foolish Bearer Goods. Now, this is the reason why I don't play Allure. I feel like Allure is more of a luck sack card. You're basically banishing a card in your hand that you probably need in your hand. And two, you're luck drawing, so if you don't draw the right cards, it's not really good anyway, and you're probably drawing into hand traps and stuff like that, or you're probably drawing into more bricks like another Desires or another Allure or another like Foolish Bearer Goods. It's kind of luck sacking, and that's why I don't play the Allure of Darkness, and instead I play the Foolish Bearer Goods because it guarantees you to get to that card. It sends that perfume to the grave, and then you're discarding a card with perfume to get your Lunalight cards you actually need. So that's why I played 3 Foolish Bearer Goods. It's like really a good consistency card. Next up, we play one substitute and 2 polys. Substitute is to get the extra draw, really, at all. And then 3, you're playing poly. Of course, this is the fusion deck, you're playing poly. You play 3. Next up, we do play 3 perfumes. Perfume is the best spell in this deck, I'd say. Nothing is compared to what perfume does. We have Foolish Bearer Goods to send it to the graveyard. That's how important getting to perfume is. It summons back a Lunalight monster and it gets a search. So it's just super, super good. And I feel like it's the best card when it comes to getting to your Leo Dancer, getting to what cards you really need in the deck. So that is why I play 3. Next up, we play 2 Desires. 2 Desires it's enough. I don't feel like you need to play Desires. If you don't want to play it, you can play something like Allure or Purple Butterfly or Crimson Fox, whatever you really like. But like, I don't like playing 3 Desires. It's kind of bricky, and you don't really need Desires. It's just an extra card so you can pull off that OTK. So, moving on to the extra deck. I will get to the side deck in a second. We play 2 Cat, 2 Leo, and 2 Panther Dancers. Cat Dancer, you don't really make it. You're mainly sending it off with the effect of Collateral Check. Panther Dancer, you're going to be sending off a Collateral Check, but you sometimes will make it, but really just not all the time. You're really going to be summoning the 2 Leo Dancers. So that is it for the Lunalight fusions. Next up, we do play 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. I use this as an alternative of making like Cat Dancer or Leo Dancer. It basically gets over those monsters that have like a billion attacks. So that is why I play Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. It's also a really good card when it comes to clearing a field. You can crash it and really get over your opponent's whole field. So that is why I play that. For the XCs, I play Castel, Tornado Dragon, Baguska. The important rank for it in this deck is Baguska. Being able to stall for a turn or 2 is just really good in this deck because you're not going to OTK all the time, or you're not going to push off a lot of damage all the time. So Baguska being able to stall is just really good. Castel, I don't make really that often, and Tornado Dragon I make sometimes when my opponent has like 2 or 3 back row and I want to kind of bait it out. I just make Tornado or, Castel to get over face-up monsters or face-up cards. Then for the rank 2 cards, I play Cavalry to get over monsters that can't be targeted, can't be destroyed, or Masterpiece, that's a problem. Or Cursed Javelin, I'd make that to negate effects, make their attack 0, and then like fusion into like Starving Venom Fusion Dragon and like attack for a whole bunch of damage. And yeah, so that's why I play the 2 rank 2s. For the Link monsters, I played 1 Akashik. It's really good when your opponent doesn't play right and he puts the monster in front of the extra monster zone. So you can bounce it back with Akashik, and Akashik is really easy to make. All you have to do is get Collateral Check, use its effects, and summon back a monster with Tiger or Perfume, and then make it. It's just really, really good. And then I play 1 Decode and 1 Proxy because we play Gofu. So that's why I play those 2. And to the side deck, we play 3 Draw and Lock Bird. 3 Draw and Locks is for the Spiral matchup. I don't really have to explain that. It shuts down the whole deck for a turn. Then we play the 4 Kaiju cards, the 3 Kaijus and the Slumber. Basically to get over Makaba, Crystal Wing, stuff like that, Masterpiece. So that's why I play those, and it's also good in the Spiral matchup. I can tribute over the Trigate Wizard, the Sleeper, or whatever I really need to get over. Then we play the 3 Cosmic Cyclones to get over back row. That's pretty self-explanatory. Then we play Magical Spring, which is actually really good in this format because everybody's playing continuous spell and trap cards. They're playing Imperial Order or Unending Nightmare or Field Spell or like anything. Like they're just playing like all the decks in the format is just playing continuous spells or like pendulums. You know, they play like 2 pendulums and then like time pendulum grab. So it gives you so many draws. And your opponent's playing like so many continuous spells. It's just really, really good. And then 3 evenly match gets rid of things like Paleozoics and Pendulum Magicians and all of that other stuff. And it's really good against Spirals if they don't have Trigate Wizard, which they're probably always going to have. But it's really for every other matchup. I don't really use evenly match against Spirals. I have Ogres, I have Ash, I have Droll, I have Kaijus. I don't really need anything else, and I feel like it's just overdoing it, and it gets rid of my battle phase. So that is it for the deck profile. I mean, I've been testing it for a few weeks. I've been testing this deck for like over the past year since Kaleido Chick has been like announced, and it's finally out in the TCG. So now I'm playing it. So that's it for the deck profile. If you like the deck profile, give me a like, give me a comment, whatever. You can do whatever. I mean, I don't care. This channel is shitty, as I said before. But that is it, guys. Signing out.